What's up, everybody? It's Noe here, and I'm bringing you a brand new video for a brand new demo of Nok and No-e. Now, it has been a couple months since I've released an update, and that was because Nok had a major issue with his animations. It was a horrible glitch. Basically, what was happening was every time he'd be firing his ranged extension, his legs would be shaking like he had the worst case of restless leg syndrome in the world. It was, super frustrating. I tried so many different things. Ended up just moving on and updating other stuff. Completely revamping Nok, taking him from his placeholder look to his pretty much finalized version of how he's going to look in the game. And I've got to say, I've just got to pat myself on the back. He is gorgeous. I mean, just beautiful. I love his design. He is so beautiful. If you check on the release notes here, you'll see there has been quite a bit of updates here. I was busy. Even though I didn't release any updates, I was busy. And you see on the upcoming, I have even more planned. So stay tuned for those. If you want to read all this, just download the game and check it out. Let's go into the settings real quick. The controls have been updated because I have implemented the inventory system. I've also implemented the stats system for Nok as well, so we'll see some UI changes once we get into the game. I've also integrated melee, so you now have the block option here. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's play. Alright. So first off the bat on the UI, you'll notice you have the stats down here. This is your signal continuity or your Q flux, which is your health. And then you have your electromagnetic charge down here. Now this hasn't been implemented just yet. That will be part of the next update. And we'll go over some of the changes on Nok as well. You have your poise and you have your defense as well. This is for melee. Let's unpause it here, scroll in. Now you see on his knees, elbows, and shoulders, he has these what look like battery packs or fusion cells or something like that. Those are your electromagnetic charge or EMC banks. Now, they haven't been implemented yet, but basically when you start out, they'll all be depleted. You don't have any EMC charge in your banks, but every time you successfully decompile an enemy, or I should say opponent, or if you find drops or purchase consumable items from a vendor, you'll be able to charge those. And when you charge them, it'll give you charged attacks, which give more damage, area damage, stuff like that. There'll be all kinds of different things you can do depending on what weapon you have and what path you decide to take on your upgrades. Now, you'll also be able to get power-ups, which overcharge your AMC banks and allow you to do special attacks, which are typically not available to Nok. Power-ups will be available as drops or items you can buy from vendors, but you can also get power-ups from certain types of components, like the capacitor, for example, that can overcharge your EMC banks and give you special attack capabilities. Let's go ahead and look at our inventory here. Now, right now, there's only 2, and I'm using the default icons. Those will be updated later. But right now, you have your offensive, or your weapons here, your extensions, I should say, because Nok doesn't have weapons, he has extensions, because he's a computer program. So you have your basic ranged extension, and you have your basic melee extension here. So let's take a look at Nok. Oh, he is just beautiful. Now, you've seen these in previous updates before, but the left hand was not actually functional. It just sat there looking pretty. But now, you have super melee combo attacks! And you also have a shield. Check that out. Oh, yeah. Because now that Nok has stats, slaps over here can actually injure Nok. He has attacks of his own, too. you go. And you noticed you got a couple hits off on my signal continuity. Now, with melee, when you perform a successful strike against your opponent, you'll focus on that opponent, like so. If you want to unfocus from your opponent, you just hit Q, and that'll unfocus you. Now, upon decompilation of your opponent here, that will also clear your focus from it as well. I was really hoping I'd have better luck with the drops than I did last time, because I've already tried recording this video once. Let's see if we can get a health drop here. And I'll just come back once I get a health drop. That'll be easier. So I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, so that didn't take long. Now these health drops are just based on chance. You have basically a 1 in 10 chance of one of those dropping. So chances aren't great. Sometimes you can go through half the level before even finding one. I've gone through the entire level without finding one once. That was obnoxious. Sometimes you can find like 5 or 6. It's just luck of the draw. So let's go ahead and check our inventory again. Now this recap, right now I have this set up to rejuvenate your health. But it will be set to recharge your EMC database or EMC banks once I have that implemented, and then I'll have a different drop for the health. But right now, this gives you 30 points, or just caps off your health if you have less than 30 points off. Yeah. All right. Well, so yeah, I mean, it might not seem like that was a lot. I also have the coin system. Now, technically, there isn't money or coins or anything like that. What Nok collects are data bits. And those data bits can be used for upgrading your extensions, for buying new extensions, for purchasing consumables and power-ups and stuff like that. So you don't have money, but you do have data bits that you can use for equipment and stuff like that. Now, I have experience up here as well. Right now, this is centered, but it will be on the right side for the next update. Don't worry about that. And this will be completely blank until you hit the first enemy. As soon as you get any XP, this will go from nothing to full, because I don't have the leveling system implemented yet. So you don't really have to worry about that, but it's there just to be there. And that's about it as far as the game goes for now. You can see I've got Greeblings in the data blocks, so it's not so blank. I'll be adding other nodes like the Elnock CERN here. Essentially, Nok's house is a node which an ape exists within. So I'll be adding other nodes to basically pretty up the environment. But you know, those are coming in other updates. Right now, this just his update to his body alone, just getting everything precise, making the weight maps and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it took a while. It definitely took a while. You can see his face has holographic emitters there. And then the actual face he has on right now, it's just a static smiley face. But once I get the animations for his face implemented, it'll be fully animated. When he's shooting enemies or fighting, he'll have different expressions. He'll have fully animated a fully animated face when he has oh, kitty, I'm trying to record here, silly girl. Anyway, his face will be animated when there's cutscenes and stuff like that, when he's talking, that kind of thing. But you know that those are coming in much later updates. Right now, I'm just focused on getting the game's mechanics and the actual functionality working. But yeah, it's been fun, and now that his legs don't have the restless syndrome anymore, it's a lot better. Now you can see when he switches states, it still does some weird thing, and that's just part of a game creator bug, honestly. That's not anything I can control. I'm sure if I was a good enough coder, I could probably fix the game creator issue, but I'm not. That's why I use game creator. But okay, I'm gonna leave you here, and I hope you guys like the new look for Knock. I really enjoyed creating it. It took me a long time, but man, it does look beautiful. I hope you guys enjoy the game, and I hope you look forward to the next updates. I am having a great time making the game, and until next time, peace.